Lads, I've found something weird, but first, let me show you this. Welcome to the Dreadnought. Now, you might be wondering where I found this. Well, the other day I took a look around the Steam Workshop. I ended up coming across the Erebus mods, which I've used a couple of. They're standard fare, really, gothic stuff, horror stuff, fantasy stuff, but steampunk stuff? Yeah, apparently. This mod was made by Hungry Tapeworm and it immediately grabbed my attention. One thing I'd never expect to see in Conan is steampunk stuff, and that's coming from somebody who's built cyberpunk buildings before, so I thought I'd try it out. Now I gotta say, this mod is strange, but in a good way. This Dreadnought is impressive, sure, but if you somehow put a saddle on it, yes a saddle, you can actually fly it. This is one of actually 3 vehicles, the second being a fairly quaint airship, and the third being a boat. There are also decorative versions of all these vehicles. Full disclosure, I couldn't work out how to actually fly the airship, and the boat is pretty broken. The decorative versions are impossible to remove once you've placed them, but the actual vehicle version of the boat is fine. Until you turn your hood back on. Yeah. I did also crash whilst in the boat, but you know, it is what it is. I mean, this mod is pretty simple, right? It adds some steampunk vehicles. That is true. Or it would be, if there wasn't more. Steampunk placeables. Gears, cogs, engines, machines, even real-time Nixie tube clocks, which is pretty cool. There are quite a few placeables in this mod, and, well, let's be honest, some of them are not perfect. They are really well made, don't get me wrong, but they're very heavy on the performance, and for some reason the frame drops they cause seem to linger after they're removed until you restart the game, but honestly, that's beside the point really. For all its faults, there's nothing else like these decorative pieces. They are incredibly cool, but they're not even the coolest thing in this mod. Now I've been playing and making content since 2019, and you know the one thing that I think Conan has always needed? Guns. Hear me out, not just any guns, big fat powerful guns. We've got a rocket launcher, a flame spitter, a zap gun, and even a quad-barreled breacher. Now these aren't just reskins of bows, no, they have their own ammo, and they hit pretty hard. I know there's a couple of mods that add guns to Conan. I think the main one is Lawbreaker, though I believe that's unfortunately discontinued now. So, full disclosure, Erebus Steampunk hasn't been updated since July, though the developer last replied to a comment on the Steam page in late September, so it's possible the mod may not need to be updated yet, or may just be on the back foot, not necessarily discontinued. Now, I took these weapons and decided to run through the Warmaker's Sanctuary dungeon, and I must say, with a decent investment in agility, these weapons were fairly good. Probably not better than an actual weapon build, but I mean, they're pretty fun to use. I must say as well, the sound effects are very impressive. So the real question, is this mod actually viable to use? Probably, to a degree anyway. It's not perfect, and all the items are admin spawn only to control exactly how steampunk you'd like your world to be. The boats are quite janky, the placeables can cause a fair performance issue, at least the moving ones, but I really just wanted to show you this mod. It's weird, but in a good way. Conan Exiles is a sword and sorcery game, and though people have always pushed the envelope with mods and what you can expect to see, fully adopting themes of entirely different genres isn't something that seems all too common. Now I've left the link to this mod in the description below. If you play Conan on Steam, I actually do really think it's worth checking this out, if only just to enjoy the absurdity of seeing yourself surrounded by gears and airships, and all other sorts of things that really don't belong in Conan, yet clearly have a really high degree of care and attention to detail. Again, I really don't know if this mod is still actively supported or not, but I mean, hey, Hungry Tapeworm, if you're watching this, I want to see some more steampunk. Thank you for watching, and of course, a massive thanks to our wonderful esteemed coffee cultist for continuing to support the channel over on Patreon. I got a kick out of playing around with this mod. Again, I'm not sure if it's still actively supported, but regardless, it was really fun to play around with. Again, thanks for watching, take care, and I'll see you soon.